What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show today. My name is Russell, aka Medic Magic. I want to take a couple minutes and sit down and have just a nonchalant conversation and tell you guys what I've been up to, what's going on with the channel. The GTI has been gone for a month, and just what to expect when summer coming up and all that kind of stuff. Even though I hate videos, and I'm guilty of doing this, of what's to come videos and talking about things like that. Like, just this is the only time I'm going to do that right now, because it's been a month and there's been a huge change in the channel and my personal life and basically what everything's focused around. So I think it's important to make one of these videos, but I'm not going to waste your time. This is only going to be about 5 minutes. So let's get down to it. So the GTI has been gone for a month. The car has been sold from the dealership. I actually thought they were going to send it to the auction, but they ended up fixing it, and I don't know who they sold it to. There was a guy local that hit me up on Instagram that was going back and forth with them. Apparently, when he went and drove the car, the turbo was blown. Now, I told you guys before that it was kind of getting a little funky here and there. When I dropped the car off, the last ride that I took that you guys saw in that last video, I babied that thing the whole way there because the deal was already done on the truck that I traded in on. I didn't want the turbo blower to get in a car accident. I was so nervous to hit a deer or something like that. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, what I did right now was I traded in the GTI in my old F-150 and I bought a used F-150, a aluminum body 5.0 V8 Coyote motor, no eco scoots for me, just because of the turbo issues. But it was a 2018 that I got a great screaming deal on. It was from a Dodge dealership, a dealership that just opened up within the past 5 years. So they're really trying to build a reputation and build a customer base. So we got a screaming deal on this car. I couldn't pass it up. And if you guys have been in the market at all recently, you know that trade-in values are really, really good. So I'll just break this down for you guys real quick. I found this truck, and I'd been looking. The whole reason that this happened was because we went to install a remote starter on the old F-150, and we just got in way over our heads, called it off, didn't do it, and I was really disappointed about it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look for a new truck. The GTI is kind of on its way out. Nothing really going on with YouTube. I had built that car to what I wanted, and the only reason that I would have been continually doing mods would be for YouTube, which sounds like a good idea, but it's really not whenever you realize that I spend thousands of dollars on mods for the GTI, and the ROI on that is terrible because I don't make that much money off of the videos. So you could spend $500 on a part or a piece or whatever you want to say, an upgrade for the GTI, and maybe make 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks if you're lucky, unless it's a real banger that's going to do good over time and it's going to keep going up, you're going to make money off of it. So I didn't want to keep pouring money into the car just to make videos whenever the car was basically exactly what I wanted it to be. I love the meaty tire setup on it, the roof rack, the utilitarian look of it. It was great. Everything was amazing about that car. The GTI, the struts were blown. So I had been on the Eibach lowering springs for about almost the entire life of the car. I think I put them on with maybe 5,000-6,000 miles, and the car had 88,000 miles, I believe, on it. Struts were blown, so that sucked. Tires were shot. It was going to be time to get new tires. The wheels were shot. I mean, I drove those things for those Koenig Red Forms, which I love those wheels. Get plus 32 offset, don't go plus 40. They were shot too. I mean, I ran those things winter, summer, spring, fall, the entire year. Great wheels, great look and everything, but they were kind of getting a little bit to the end of their life too. We were having some issues with the turbo, like I said, every once in a while. It was weird, if we had a real foggy, moist morning, I would get to check engine lights. So I don't know if there was an issue with the turbo itself or a connection, something like that, and it would go away after so long. So that was an issue. I never told you guys this, I backed into Jackie's BMW probably about a year ago. Yeah, it's about a year ago now. So there was damage to the left backside. The left taillight was blown out of it. So that was all stuff that I was going to have to fix and get back up to par and whatnot. The car was getting close to being paid off. I only had 2 more years on it. And unfortunately, whenever I bought that car, I was stupid. I traded in a Jeep that I had bought brand new, and I was upside down on it. So I was there was $3,000 extra that I had to clear up to make it right. So the market's been really, really good. And probably about a year ago, I had been doing this same exact thing. I was actually looking at buying a Raptor, which would have been a terrible decision. It's Fiji water. This is not sponsored by Fiji. So anyways, they had offered me, I think, $7,000 for my car and $1,000 for my truck, which my F-150 was in really great shape, other than the motor was having a little bit of issues. The body was extremely clean. It had low miles for 2005 and had only had 118,000 miles. So I took the GTI in one night. They looked at it, everything. They didn't give me a price that night because they said, "Oh, we're gonna send it out to our other dealers. We have Volkswagen dealers. We're gonna see what we can get for this thing, and we'll let you know tomorrow." So tomorrow comes, and they never called me at like noon. And I was like, you know what? Screw these guys. They didn't call me. They gave me the runaround. They're like, just bring the truck in and bring the truck in tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do. The entire deal focused and revolved around what they were going to give me for the GTI, because if they were only going to give me $5-6 for it, it just wasn't going to happen. So I told myself in my head, if they give me $10,000 for this car, I'll do it. So nonetheless, they call me back that day and they say, hey, we're going to offer you $10,000 for your car. And I was like, crap, like I'm going to have to go do this. So we take the truck in the next day, and they actually gave me, what was it, like $3,500 for that truck, which was on par for the trade-in on it. The deal was done. We did everything. Like I said, I drove the car there. It was fine. Everything was fine. A couple days later, I got a message from a guy on Instagram, and I hadn't been on Instagram for a while. Like, I just kind of just like shut down, just shut off from him. I was like, I'm just gonna just hang out, not be worried about social media, not be constantly stressed about followers and engagement and how many likes my posts are getting and all that kind of stuff, and just relax and just focus on myself. And that's why I haven't really been doing YouTube videos. So I got a message, and it was actually a couple days old, that this guy said, hey, I went and looked at your car, or I'm gonna go look at your car, can you tell me anything about it? And a couple days had gone past, and then he messaged me again and said, hey, or he put on his stories like, man, the turbo's blown, it's just bad news, whatever. And I told him, if you don't put the car in sport mode and click it in every single time with the Stage 2 tune, it really doesn't feel like it has much power. So I told him that, and he said that he did it. And I'm guessing, like, if I had to bet on it, I would say that they got the car in, and the car was pretty low on gas, and I would imagine that they put 87 in it, and then they went and beat the crap out of it on a joyride, and they blew the turbo. So unfortunately, they blew the turbo. This guy was telling me this. He was going back and forth with them. They said they were putting a new turbo on, blah, blah, blah. They started the car off at, I think it was 17.9 or 18.9, which was just ridiculous for a car that had a really bad accident on the Carfax, and it just wasn't in the best of shape. But they fixed the damage in the back. They put a new taillight in, and I guess they were doing the turbo too eventually. So he said that they weren't really wanting to come down on price, and it ended up selling a couple days later, and he didn't get it. So I have no idea who got it. It might have went to auction. They might have just said, we're not even going to put the new turbo on and just send it straight to auction. Just to sum that up, we are in a 2018 F-150 right now, and the reason I got that was because I wanted a reliable tow rig to be able to take the S2000 around, do whatever I want. Thankfully, I had that truck. This winter has been terrible. We got tons and tons and tons of snow. I had been driving that F-150 almost every single day, the old F-150, and it was starting, like I said, starting to have a couple little issues. And when I drive to work, I work 224s because I'm a flight paramedic, and work is about 60 miles away from where I live. So it's about 120 miles round trip every day I work. So it's 240 miles a week. So times 4, it's almost 1,000 miles a month. And I didn't want to get stuck with that truck, be on the highway on the I-80 and be stuck in the middle of a snowstorm. So I decided to get a truck, tow rig, full cab. It's going to be nice to be able to take trips in a reliable vehicle. The GTI was fairly reliable, but I don't think I really would want to drive it cross country. But now we have a super reliable truck with a warranty, everything you could think of. So that is the current situation now. And I told you guys that I'm looking for a new vehicle, and that's still on the table here. I want something all-wheel drive. I've never actually, I owned an all-wheel drive Impreza for like a couple weeks. But I want a performance all-wheel drive car. So that's either going to be a 911 4S. It's going to be an Evo. It might be an old Talon. TSI, I think that's what they're called. They're all drive. Actually have the Mitsubishi motors that went into the first Evos here in the States, or an Eclipse GSX. Also thinking about, I don't want to give this away for Ben because this would bring Ben back, a Celica GT4, possibly imported, or a Celica All-Track that was here in the States for a little bit. Oh, here's Jackie.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Love you.
Okay. So that's what's on the horizon now, but we are just about ready to bring the S2000 back. We've been having some really good weather here, 60-degree days. It's nice and dry, and I was originally planning on keeping the car in storage for until April, but I think I'm going to talk to the guys and see if I can get it out here at the end of March, even if I have to pay them for April because I signed a contract for it. It's not that bad, not that big of a deal. So, S2000 is going to be coming back. I'm really excited for that, to get that thing dialed in. I need to get some new tie rods, inner and outer tie rods, wheels and tires. I'm going to be getting a set of lightweight wheels for the car and some performance summer tires, because right now I have all seasons on there, and I've actually never owned performance tires on a vehicle, and I've heard they make night and day difference, and I can imagine that they will. So, I'm really excited to get the S2000 back. You're going to see some more videos of that. That's going to be my main vehicle here come summertime for doing all the fun things and whatnot. Cars and coffee, going to events. I really want to trailer that car down to the Tail of the Dragon and do a meet and greet maybe with some people that are down there and just run the Tail of the Dragon. I think that's going to be really cool. I want to get a set of quick jacks. Quick jacks are one of the highest priorities right now. Which I'm not sure. Quick jacks are going to be about $1,400, $1,500. I don't know if I want to do quick jacks first or buy all the parts for the S2000 first. It's going to make it a lot easier to be able to do the work and the maintenance on the S2000 and our other vehicles with the quick jacks. Or I can buy the wheels and tires first, the suspension mods that I need, and put it on jack stands, which isn't too fun. So with my garage, we recently painted it. It's a real nice dark gray color. I need to get some more lighting in there. I think I'm going to do some can lights in the ceiling, make it really nice for filming in there, and just get that really dialed in. I think that's going to be really cool. And also, I want to make my garage completely self-sufficient for doing things with the S2000. So the shop that we normally work out of has become a new place of business for the family business, and there's not much room in there to be working on the S2000. If we had to pull the transmission or the engine out again, I need to start building up my tools and things so that I can be completely self-sufficient, and me and Ben can work on the car in my garage and just not worry about it taking up space. So that's something I'm going to be looking into, like building that up, getting all the right tools, air tools, just everything to be able to be completely self-sufficient with that car. So what have I been up to here in the past month? Well, I just got my new iPhone mini coming from an iPhone 11 Pro. I love the square design on this thing, and I love the small form factor. I picked up myself a new to me. It's a Fujifilm X100T camera. I love this thing, love the analog feel of it, makes great pictures. A lot of my stuff that you're going to be seeing on Instagram this summer is going to be from this camera. I really like the fact that it gives you like that film feel and look. With Fujifilm, you get a lot of cool film filters that come right out of the body. Really cool. I read a book this month called Man Up. If you guys are in business, or if you're just looking to read some type of self-development book, this book is awesome. I'll put a link down to this in Amazon. It's only about I think it was 200 pages, maybe 150 pages. Really cool. I got this idea from a new YouTube channel that I've been watching called The Timepiece Gentleman. If you guys haven't checked them out, if you're into watches like I have been recently, you'd love it. So to talk about that, I have recently really been getting into watches, and the ideas of it, the thoughts, the automatic watches, the machining, the complexity of automatic movements and whatnot. And I actually just built my first watch. If you guys haven't seen that on my Instagram, built that all with parts from eBay, and then I ended up selling it on eBay for a nice profit. Really cool watch. But you guys are going to see some watch stuff, and basically just anything and everything that I'm interested in. Buying stuff from garage sales and flipping it on eBay and doing that kind of stuff. I mean, anything that I'm interested in, I'm going to be posting posting videos of. Now that the GTI is gone, I gotta find a new fit for myself. So one day you might see a watch video, next day you might see an S2000 video, next day you might see a truck video. Who knows? And I think doing more of these informal podcast type videos is something that we're going to work on too. Me, Ben, and Dave get together at least once a week and have coffee and just chat about ideas and things that have gone on in the past week, what we're planning on doing in the week coming up. So I think we're going to start filming that and making some short, sweet little videos, kind of like a podcast like that. So anyways, guys, that was a lot of information to throw at you really quickly. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas of things you want to see in the future, feel free to drop a comment. Like I said, I appreciate all you guys so much for watching these videos and continually to subscribe. I think once I sold the GTI, I only lost maybe 20 subscribers. People saying, I'm out, I'm done. It's fine. We still have subscribers. They're still there. The channel is still being profitable every month, which is nice. And the subscribers are still going up, even though I don't have the car. So I really do appreciate that. On that note, we'll see you guys in the next video real soon. Have a great day. Peace.